Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of The Unathletic. Today
we are three unathletic men.
Yeah, I'm going to say that now. Okay. Today we are three average people sitting here and it's a full house. We wanted to talk about how the teams are faring now. So we'll go team by team and then we'll try to touch upon the incomings, the outgoings and how the entire team looks, the balance of it and all. So to start...
we're not going to talk about the auctions in this episode. For that, go back to our previous episode and watch the dynamics.
The link will be in the description below. And to start things off, I'd like to start with KKR. I think it's unanimous that they have sort of won this mini auction in terms of they also had the biggest purse amongst the other teams, but they did sign the most wanted player there. They signed Cameron Green. They've signed. They've filled in 13 vacancies, by the way. So Cameron Green they've signed Pati Rana, they've signed Finn Allen, they've signed Tim Seifer, Fizur Rahman, Akashdeep as noticeable buys. Okay, so to add to that, how do you think they'll perform this particular season with all of these players that they've signed?
They look very jumbled from what I can see up top. Now the thing is that good IPL teams always have a balance in place, roles in place, that this is how we're going to play our cricket. And with KKR, I feel like they've just given themselves way too many options. Like they wanted to do that, I think, going into this IPL. But what that does is that in the first 2-3 games, if the plan A is not clicking, then you're going to plan B, plan C, plan D very quickly in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 games, whatever it is. And a lot depends on where Narayan is batting. I think in this team, that's the first and foremost. Because if Narayan is opening, then they might just play Mustafizur and Pati Rana together, maybe have Cameron Green, they definitely have Cameron Green, or then they can switch Mustafizur with Rohman Powell and get more power into the middle order. But if Sunil Narayan is not opening, then he's definitely taking an overseas spot. And the entire balance of this team is based on their 4 overseas players, which I think is a little risky going into an IPL. It's always good to have your 4 foreign players set. Then you can juggle around with the rest 7 Indian players quite easily. Over here, if Narayan is not opening, I think they'll probably have to go with Tim Seifert or Finn Allen as the opening pair with Ajinkya Rahane. If they're opening with Narayan and they're not playing Seifert or Finn Allen, I think Raghuvanshi is touted to be their keeper for the season. But yeah, it completely depends on where Narayan is batting into this middle order.
On the flip side, just for the sake of it, don't you think like having more options would generally give them better chances of making it into the playoffs? Because we've seen over the last couple of years where a team starts off bad. I'll take RCB's examples 2 years before. The first 7 games we messed up. And then we went on to win the next 7 games.
Yeah, but not a lot of the structure changed within that team when we went on that run.
Like what I was trying to say was, it is a long run of games before the playoffs are finally decided. So don't they have like a much better chance at it because they have the options to chop and change?
So there's good depth in a team is a positive, right? But you also have to see the way that the squad has been composed as well. So now, when you have Pati Rana and Mustafizur, both, who you have spent a lot of your money on, which is 18 crores and about 9 crores respectively, it's very difficult to fit both of these players into the team, right? So you can say that, they've got a great option, backup option in Mustafizur, but you've spent 9 crores on a backup option, which then does not make a lot of sense. Now, to just compare this to, let's say, Mumbai Indians, their opening slot, right? They had Gurbaz opening for them, I think, for some time.
Wrinkleton opened.
Yeah, so they have Wrinkleton.
They have Gazanfar.
And they have Gazanfar, they have Quinton de Kock, right? This is depth. But this depth has not cost them any money. They have spent very less money in getting these players. So that is, for me, good depth versus what KKR has done, where they've spent too much money on their depth and therefore are not able to strengthen their other aspects of the team. What Amar said is absolutely right, and I don't think it's just a question of where Narayan is going to play in this squad. It's also who are going to be your 2 openers. Because last season, your captain didn't really have a set role in the team. They started playing him at number 3 or number 4.
No, Rahane always opened.
No, he didn't always open. If you actually go back and see later in the season, he was not the opener for the team. He used to play number 3 or number 4, which used to be changed with Raghuvanshi. They were the number 3, number 4.
I think he opened.
I saw the last 3 games which they played, and he was not opening, right? So Narayan, if you say he's the opening batsman, who's going to open with him? Now you have options like you said with Finn Allen and Tim Seifert. Yeah, right. If you choose those as your opening batsmen, then now you're going to have to really choose who your other foreign players are going to be. As
one is set is Narayan, wherever he plays.
Narayan is going to play, right? Now, you might not be able to put Rovman Powell into the team, but he has been one of your stalwart performers in a bad season. So you can't drop him also. So suddenly now you have absolutely no space to play Mustafizur into the team, right? To fit Mustafizur into the team. So I think that is what the issue is with KKR. They do have a lot of options, but since you are limited to just 4 foreign players, and you don't have out and out Indian openers who can take those slots, it becomes a little bit difficult for them to balance the team. That being said, I still think they've had a really good auction. You can also look at their balance where Rinku Singh, I think, is now going to have to play a lot more.
He has to play at number 5.
Number 5.
He was playing number 7 last
number
season.
6 or number 7. That can't be possible anymore. He has to play at number 5. He has to get the runs. Cameron Green comes into the team, which is, of course, that is one slot which is also taken.
That is number 3, like fixed.
Fixed, right? So it becomes a little bit difficult to see how this team is going to be structured based on how they played last season. But at the same time, I think they've got this new kid called Tejasvi Dahiya, who is a very exciting talent, right? He can be the wicketkeeper in the team as well. So if you don't want to play both Seifert and Finn Allen, you can trust him with the wicket-keeping responsibilities. And this guy is a bona fide 6-hitter, right? His whole thing is that I will come and hit 6s for you. He recently in the Delhi Premier League, which is considered one of the most prestigious domestic tournaments, finished that tournament with 29 sixes at a strike rate of 193. So he's definitely a good talent to keep an eye on. But again, I still think they are chasing that Phil Salt replacement.
Yeah, Phil Salt and Mitchell Starc both. So when you said you need to have depth in the team, I completely agree with you. But depth has to come with a structure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm replacing player for player. If player is not firing, boom, 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 you're out. Next player comes in.
Basically, what you're trying to say is like the plan and the roles need to be defined before.
But in this case, they have depth according to a team structure where if they have to get another player in, they have to change the entire structure only completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's very conducive. And Akshat is absolutely right. They're looking for that Phil Salt replacement. They're looking for that Mitchell Starc replacement. They went and gotten Patirana. Hopefully that it's the Mitchell Starc replacement. I don't think they've gotten a Phil Salt replacement yet. Unless Seifert has a massive IPL, which I think they're backing him to do. He's having a great run of form, but he's never been... I mean, he's been in a lot of IPL teams over a lot of seasons, but he's just never really been consistent.
Yeah, and like you said, like they have to play Narayan. They have to play Cameron Green. And Powell is their best performer last season, right? These are 3 all-rounders. Now, what you have to do is, if you want to play Patirana, which if you're paying 18 crores...
Yeah, you have to play Patirana also.
Now, where are you fitting Tim Allen or... Finn Allen
or Tim Seifert or Mustafizur?
Yeah, where are you fitting these guys in? You have to get specialist Indian players then, right? And who do they have? Vaibhav Arora, fine, good talent. Opening, they have absolutely nobody. Rahane is not a specialist T20 player. Rinku Singh is. But you are looking for a balance in the team, which I don't see right now. And maybe they're able to find it through the course of the tournament. Like you said, it's a long tournament. But right now, I'm not able to see what their starting 11 is.
To an extent, it is sort of a good problem to have. When you have that much depth.
Good problems are also problems.
Yeah. That is fair. Definitely. It's called a good problem for a reason. But yeah.
Parthiv Patel said this.
Parthiv Patel said this. Bro.
So, like if they're not playing... Mustafizur and Patirana both, that means they're playing one of them. Then the other pace options that they have, I think, is only Vaibhav Arora and Harshit Rana. Credible enough to play in the IPL. That means you're banking on Cameron Green to get you 2-3 overs. And I don't know if he's that...
I think they're banking on him to get 4
overs. But he's definitely not a 4-over bank.
Yeah.
What Andre Russell was for them.
Exactly.
So they're going to have to find overs from somewhere, which I think is where Rovman Powell comes in. But they're playing a lot of all-rounders. Ramandeep and Rinku Singh are going to hold down that lower middle order finisher role. And Rinku Singh has to have a big season for them. Like it's high time.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next team, I think I'm going to touch on Amar's favorite team, CSK, next. So I want to ask you this: okay, visionary or catastrophe with this particular IPL mini auction for them, because they've spent a whopping total of 28.4 crores on 2 uncapped players, Prashant Veer and Karthik Sharma. They've also got Matt Henry and Akhil Hossain. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah,
but
Akhil Hossain. Yeah.
Akhil Hossain, I think, is going to play like most
and
games.
they've got Sanju Samson also.
Yeah.
So overall, do you think they've had a good mini auction?
So I think to answer your question, let's talk about the vision, right? Because CSK have been the team who have banked on experience to win them a lot of trophies.
Yep.
You have to give it to them that they have been winning with experienced players, right? I think, again, I don't have any inside information to say this, but the way the squad is being structured, where you're going for completely young talent, seems to me that the power within the dressing room is now shifting away from MS Dhoni and the kind of teams which he wants to
I
construct.
don't think so.
And is moving towards a different kind of a vision where you're trying to get these young talents.
I think it's
and
still
trying to-
his vision. Like, he's realized that maybe this is not the way to go.
But also
about
the team
doing
has
it.
been well past its like good days. No?
Yeah, but
if listeners go back in the first episode, one of the first few episodes that we had where we were talking about IPL 2025
of how the game has
reviews,
changed.
like how the game has changed, I'd said that the game has sort of moved away from what Chennai are doing right now. Like it's gone on a different tangent because of what SRH and other teams were doing, and that has come out to be true. Like,
which is power hitting.
yeah. The game did move away from them, and I think they've sort of overcompensated this season where they've gone from, as Akshat said, two experienced players to completely raw talent.
Yeah.
And Harsha Bogle said this in one of the podcasts, I think after the reviews, auction reviews, saying that they went from a team of being a yesterday's team to a team of being tomorrow's team, but are they a today's team? And we
that
don't
gap to bridge the experience to the new generation of batters or like players that they've signed.
Yeah, but man, they still have a great squad. Last year when we started off, we had assumed that because of Gaikwad's injury, it was going to be Rachin Ravindra and Devin Conway was going to be opening, and we said this on the podcast that looks like the most meek opening combination that there is. But now you look at their top 7, top 8, it's actually quite strong because they have Ayush Matre, they have Sanju Samson, they have Ruturaj Gaikwad, Shivam Dubey, Deval Brevis, MS Dhoni, Karthik Sharma.
So that is where I'm going to kind of disagree with you. I think that their top order looks really strong with their top 4 and 5 which you mentioned, which is Matre, Samson, Gaikwad, Brevis and Dubey, right? But what comes after that? That is what I don't really think is very strong inside from the finisher perspective.
The lower middle order.
Middle order.
Dhoni is the finisher. He's going to bat 8 balls.
Yeah, but
Dhoni is going to bat.
can he successfully bat those 8 balls?
Dhoni is going to bat behind Khalil Ahmed and Anshul Kamboj.
At this point, yeah, I think that's
right?
only that's left to do.
But who are your lower middle order batsmen, right? Because you have mentioned Karthik Sharma, and obviously they have paid that much for Pratap Veer also. So you are assuming Prashant Veer, and you are assuming that these guys are going to be starters for the team. Now, if you're putting them as starters in the team, if you have a lower middle order consisting of Dhoni and these two, I don't think that's a strong finishing quotient, right? Dhoni,
It's an unproven thing coupled with a person who's
in the most high pressure
whose
situation,
age is catching up to him.
right. So I think the lower middle order is a concern. Now, what can you do to kind of change that, right? You could maybe move Samson down the order, which
They're not going to do that. But
No,
can
which
you
is-
just
no,
pull up their 4 foreign options? Because
that
I
is
think
the point, right? So now your 4 foreign options are not people who you actually think are going to be sure shot starters in this team.
Deval Brevis definitely is going to be.
Deval Brevis is definitely going to be there, right? You have another fast bowler choice of, let's say, Nathan Ellis or Matt Henry or Akhil Hossain. None of them are really great bowlers who are going to strike fear into the team.
Akhil Hossain is an all-rounder though.
And you have Noor Ahmed who's definitely going to start.
Yeah.
Now your 4th all-rounder is going to be 4th foreign player is, let's say, someone like a Matthew Short, right? Where is Matthew Short going to play? Opening. If he's going to play opening, then either Samson or Matre has to move down the order, or you're playing Short somewhere down the order. So there's still a lot of permutation combination which comes into making sure that they have enough firepower in the lower middle order if they're going to play these 2 youngsters. And if they've paid 28 crore, you're assuming they will pay.
At least one of them are going to play in each of those games. But what if you're looking at it from a different point of view though? Because we are assuming that Dhoni is going to play all of those games. Because it's been year on year since he's been saying, I don't know when I'm going to hang up
He's
my boots. and
100%. If he's put his name, he's going to be there.
He's for sure going to be playing all of those games.
I think the last thing that can happen before we see Dhoni retire is that he'll be an impact keeper.
No, not outrageous.
It's not a bad shout because he's like they have plenty of bowling options, and Dhoni's presence on the field is what has kept him going for so long. Why he's so valuable to CSK. Maybe he won't bat, but I think that's just the last fag end of his career. Maybe it won't even get.
And I honestly think this is Dhoni's last.
100%. It has to be.
It has to be. So,
but we've been saying that for the last couple of years.
No.
Also,
It
like
has to
he's
be.
also
It has to be.
this has to be. I think the fact that they've gone so much money for Karthik is a long-term Indian wicketkeeper Dhoni finisher Dhoni replacement. So I think the entire squad is looking like that, and definitely an improved batting lineup. Just having Mahatre and Brevis alone from the start of the season compared to last season in itself is a huge improvement.
And you're adding Sanju Samson also.
But I think there are lower middle orders a concern, and I think fast bowling is a concern.
I think we're kind of discounting what Sanju Samson brings into this team, because I think he's a wonderful T20 player. Maybe on the international circuit he's not fired yet, but IPL, if you take, he's an IPL
He's a legend, yeah.
Like, you have to consider that, and they've gotten a stalwart IPL legend who can attack spin, who is going to play 7 of his games in a spinning track, opening for CSK. I think it's a great addition.
And I just want to do like one early prediction. I think it's very much possible that CSK will actually play with just 3 foreigners.
Yeah, it could be.
Or they will bench either one of this Veer, Prashant Veer and Karthik Sharma.
That could be a possibility.
I think one of these two things is definitely going to happen this season.
So the next team that we are talking about are the reigning champions.
Let's go! 45 minutes, boys!
So RCB defending champions have gotten Venkatesh Iyer as their top pick in this mini auction, and they've gone for, who last year, especially then, he's gone for 23 crores last year, and to get him for 7 crores this year. Is it a exceptional piece of business, or is it something that the player itself has lost its value and
100% exceptional piece of business.
And player has lost its value.
No, I don't think so. See, what KKR, the mistake that they did last season was they just didn't define a role for Venkatesh Iyer. And that pressure of the price tag, I think, weighed heavily on him. But considering the fact that he didn't know if he was playing at number 3, number 4, number 5. They just kept moving him around. RCB have gone, as I said in the last episode, that they were very clinical. They knew that they wanted to get Venkatesh Iyer. He's definitely an upgrade to Devdutt Padikkal. I love Padikkal. I love his batsmanship. I love his stroke play. But if you're comparing both of them, Venkatesh Iyer is definitely an upgrade. Padikkal, I think, had a strike rate of 120. You're getting now a 150 strike rate, proven IPL player. He's hit multiple centuries in this format.
In crunch games.
He works well with our captain Rajat Patidar playing for MP together. He can also give you a few overs if required. It's Chinnaswamy. Someone is going to get hit.
Might as well be him.
Yeah, bowl Venkatesh Iyer for 2 overs. How does it matter?
And I think this is a perfect example of what good squad depth looks like versus bad squad depth.
So they have their pieces in order.
Yeah.
If one piece doesn't work, we replace it with another piece. We don't do a complete jigsaw puzzle
Coming
again.
into this auction as the reigning champions, you're ideally looking to not do a lot of chopping and changing. You're looking to bolster your squad, and they've done so by adding Venkatesh Iyer, and they've also gotten a versatile keeper batter in Jordan Cox also, no?
Yeah, really great.
Good. Again, great. Again, if Salt for some reason is injured or everything, right? Jordan Cox fits.
No,
right
I
into
think
that
he plays in the middle order because he was the highest scorer of the 100 last season.
Yeah, his highlights are mad, dude.
Yeah, it's only
He strikes the
sixes.
ball.
He's
Yeah.
not for a meager value of 75 lakhs only, but
Yeah, because RCB played the auctions very well.
Yeah.
They played the auction very well.
And I think one other buy we have to talk about is Mangesh actually.
Okay.
Right now, what he gives is a very interesting opportunity for RCB to tweak the balance if they choose to, right? So RCB's strongest team, I'm just going to read out the batting order: Salt, Kohli, Venkatesh Iyer, Patidar, Tim David, Jitesh Sharma and Krunal Pandya, right? Now below that, you have Romario Shepherd, who's playing the all-rounder role and finishing role for the team, right? Now, in certain situations, when you want to, instead of playing Romario Shepherd, you can actually bring in Mangesh as your all-rounder because he hits a hard ball. He's not someone who can bat for 15-20 balls, but in your 10 balls which he's going to face, he's going to try and get 20-25 runs, which is exactly the role which Romario Shepherd has in the team. If you play Mangesh, what you can do is use that extra foreigner slot which you're saving to play both Hazelwood and Jacob Duffy. That I think is a very interesting proposition,
No, but
which
I
we
think
could see maybe tried for 2 or 3 games
going
this season.
into the season, ideally you want a pairing of like that would be a very good pairing of your fast
That is
bowling
a
attack.
It is. I mean,
that is
so
a great
your
opening
new
word.
ball bowling is
Jacob
Bhuvi-
Duffy and Yash Dayal.
No, I'm saying
Hazelwood.
you have Hazelwood, you have Bhuvi, you have Jacob Duffy, you have Yash Dayal coming in, and then Krunal Pandya is going to do his overs, and Suyash Sharma is your.
It's a good bowling attack.
So I think that is a very interesting combination because we know that Shepherd, as dangerous as he is with the bat, sometimes our bowling might seem a little bit weaker, and this is a way to just absolutely destroy teams with your bowling as well. We go from a team which is incredible batting and good bowling to a team which is excellent batting and excellent bowling as well. I really like that combination, but at the same time, this is a winning squad. I don't want to tinker around with it too much as well.
Yeah.
Tim David, the form this
He
man
is
is
on
in.
red hot form. right
Oh
now.
my goodness, dude.
And Jitesh Sharma has been just today ousted out of the T20 World Cup squad, so I think he's going to come in with.
He has something to prove.
Yeah, he has something to prove as well. Virat Kohli always has something to prove for some reason. I don't know why.
And for the RCB boys, just to get you more excited about Jacob Duffy, because Indians have not really heard because we don't follow New Zealand cricket that much. This guy has played 38 matches, 53 wickets, average of 17 with an economy of 7.36 as a premium pacer bowling in the power play. Just this year, he has an average of 15 with the ball and 7.4 economy.
I think even RCB was shocked in the auctions when they got him at base price because I really thought a lot of teams are going for Jacob Duffy.
Yeah.
I brought it up in the last episode as well. Like, why is Patirana going for 19 crore and Jacob Duffy going for only 2 crores? It's a magnificent buy, and I think all of their with Venkatesh Iyer, I think they got him for lesser than they intended to. Jacob Duffy, definitely they got him lesser.
And that enabled us to go a little bit stronger for Mangesh.
For Mangesh and our 3 golden boys that we signed at the very last minute, who have somehow come into form in the last under 19 game. I think they've done everything in this auction. They've Jacob Duffy was a replacement for Hazelwood because his injury concerns are always there. He's missed the entire Ashes series. They got what is the English guy's name? Jordan Cox as a replacement for Liam Livingston, and we are not talking about Jacob Bethel yet.
I forgot that Bethel is in the team only.
So Bethel is the next, I would say, foreign player who's going to play for RCB
for a long time. I think
they rate him very highly.
Yeah.
England rate him very highly.
To blow up this season.
Yeah, if he gets the opportunity, I think so. Yeah.
And also to add to the youngsters we've bought a few youngsters. I think 2 of them who are currently playing for the India under-19 setup, I think are extremely exciting. One is Kaushik Chauhan, who is an all-rounder, and Vihan Malhotra. Vihan Malhotra just is one of the most pure stroke players I have seen, man. This kid he's not a slogger. His game might not be cut out, especially for the T20 format, but just right now, go and watch his highlights on YouTube. I'm telling you, you will enjoy the hell out of it. And it's an exciting proposition for India.
I really like the 30 lakh buy that they got. I think his name is Sangesh.
No?
They bought a player in the auction. And he was a RCB intern for the last 2 years.
Oh, the net bowler.
Yeah, the net bowler. And they're like, he's bowled a lot of overs for us, so let's give him a shot into our main squad. And they picked him up for the relaxation.
Is that Ostwal? VK Ostwal?
No. VK Ostwal is also a promising talent, but not him.
Okay. I think Satvik Deswal.
Swatik Deswal, correct.
Before we move on to the next team, do you think we've covered all the gaps that we did? I mean, we're coming into this as a defending.
I don't think we had gaps last season.
No, I think there is still one gap in the squad, if we have to be very honest, which is a spinner who can take wickets consistently. Suyash Sharma does a good job containing. Krunal Pandya is the one who's been coming up with wickets. I would have loved to see an upgrade on spin. But that being said, you're playing most of your games in Chinnaswamy. It's not going to turn anyway. I completely understand why that's not a priority for the team. That is the one slight
Maybe we are looking at Suyash Sharma as the leading wicket taker, but I think RCB have always been clear that Krunal Pandya is their leading wicket taker. And if you go back and watch the games last season, he's come in crucial moments to take wickets, and he's taken wickets.
Especially, we had games wherein we had different match winners every single week going.
Yeah, but Krunal Pandya has always taken wickets.
I think for the first 11 games, we did not win a match until Krunal Pandya had taken a wicket. Something like that. So, I mean, let's go, man. The better Pandya.
Yeah. We can't say that after seeing yesterday's innings. Like, come on.
So the next team that I want to talk about is, I mean, they've addressed a lot of their gaps. I want to talk about Delhi here. They've signed David Miller for 2 crores. I mean, what even is that? That's the base price, and they've managed to get him a proven finisher there. They've gotten Ben Duckett, they've gotten Nissanka. And these two have added to strength into their top order. They've also gotten Ngidi and Kylie Jameson to bolster their pace attack. How do you think their auction went, Akshat?
I think even last season I was bullish on Delhi because I feel like they had a very balanced squad. And I think because they were able to pick up a lot of these players, as you said, at base price, right? They have that good depth problem where it's not that you've overpaid for people who you're not going to pay. You're going to play. You have invested in your core squad, but you have these cheap options who can easily fit into the team, right? Like you said, Jameson, Nissanka, Ngidi, all of these players can come in at any stage, right? Based on the conditions and what their form is.
So, Amar, I forgot to mention one name, Akib Darnabi. Do you think him going for an 8.4 crore price, that is justified and he is somebody that you can look out for?
Absolutely deserved. 29-year-old. He's toiled really hard in the Ranji circuit, never gotten his dues. That's the thing with Ranji, that when players perform, you're also looking at the state that they're coming from, which I think is a really, really messed up, situation in Indian cricket right now. Because if you're doing half decent in Maharashtra, you are getting a shout out into the Indian team. Whereas if you're doing really, really well for Jammu and Kashmir, you're not even considered for IPL. That needs to change, and I think the tides are changing now because most of the teams have scouts who are working year round to go and actually watch these games and give the players their dues. 8.5 crores for him, excellent. I think it does a lot of good to the Jammu Kashmir area as well. It's a state that really needs some investment into grassroots cricket. Very happy, and man, he's a left arm fast bowler. Like, those are in.
He's not bad to the bat as well.
He's considered as an all-rounder, but those are such a rarity in India. We just don't make left-arm seamers who stay fit. I hope he has a really good season. He's definitely going to start games for Delhi.
And one thing about him is that he can bowl at any phase of the game. Yeah. He can bowl in the power play, he can bowl in the middle overs to try and contain teams, and he can bowl in the death as well.
That's versatile.
Which is good. He has good control, and that's.
I feel Delhi is the redemption team. Like, you go to Delhi and redeem yourself. So KL Rahul, after that fiasco with LSG.
Are you talking about Prithvi Shaw, right?
Prithvi Shaw. Last season it was I forget the name. I had it just in my mind.
Great content, bro.
While you think about it, let me ask you this though. Like, we've seen last year team breaking their curse. Do you think DC, with the good auction that they've had, going a long distance?
They should, because man, look at their bowling attack. Like,
really good.
Forget whatever they've done in the auction. Just look at Stark, Kuldeep, and Akshar.
Kuldeep, Akshat, and Natarajan, who is a specialist of that. Now you add Akib Nabi. That's your 5 bowlers without much thought.
But right? Natarajan didn't
play.
Like, he's very injury prone, and we don't know if we're going to get a full season. But they also have Mukesh Kumar.
Yes.
Karun Nair was the name.
Karun Nair was the name.
Excellent time to move on to the next team, which is Rajasthan. I think,
but we've not spoken much about Delhi. Like, they've also signed 2 very good players in the form of Ben Duckett and Patum Nissanka, who I think one of these 2 is going to open for them. I hope KL Rahul takes up the opening slot again, because I love to see him as a team.
That would be good.
I think that is how the team is structured, unless they go for that Abhishek Purell experiment that they were doing, or Prithvi Shaw redemption arc.
I think the best we've seen of KL
redemption arc supposed to have a start and an end. Like, you're continuing that for multiple seasons at this point.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
But KL Rahul, I think the best we've seen of KL Rahul in the IPL was when he was opening for Punjab. And if we see that version of KL Rahul,
it's fun.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
Patum Nissanka was a good buy. I think he went for around 6 crores. He's playing every game right now for Sri Lanka. He's opening. Very good value pick. So, the 4 foreigners, I think, are pretty much set with Nissanka, Stark, David Miller, And who else do they have? Tristan Stubbs. So that makes a really good low middle order with Vipraj Nigam and Ashutosh Sharma.
And now again you have your core Indian players.
They're actually looking very strong.
With KL Rahul, with Kuldeep, with Akshar Patel. It's a good team.
Yeah,
it's a
very, very strong team. Yeah.
Okay, now moving on to the next team that I'd already spoiled, Rajasthan. I mean, so the biggest thing that I could gather from this auction was them losing Hasaranga and Tikshana, both of them, and managing to address that by signing Ravi Bishnoi there.
Jadeja, bro.
Yeah.
Jadeja.
Yeah.
And they've signed Adam Milne also as a cover for Archer, who was there. Like, they were putting a lot of eggs in that basket. So,
can you just read out that Rajasthan team?
So I have a potential 11, right? So Jaiswal, Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
Yeah, that's fixed.
You have Riyan Parag, Dhruv Jurel, Hetmeyer, Sam Curran, Jaddu, Archer, Bishnoi, Tushar Deshpande, Sandeep Sharma, and then you have Nandre Berger or Donovan Ferreira.
Where's Donovan Ferreira?
Donovan Ferreira, I'm saying as like a 12th man substitute, because Jurel is going to be keeping anyway, most likely.
But he's not a keeper, bro.
I'm telling you, Pereira is a keeper, bro.
That's what Rahul Dravid was saying throughout his career.
But yeah, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head that they've got like for like replacements, but upgrades as well, right? What they realize is that they're a top heavy batting unit, and they could afford to let go of Samson.
I was going to come to that, but because they seem to have bolstered their defense, their bowling attack, but when it comes to the top order firepower, they've lost Sanju Samson and they haven't adequately replaced him with anybody. Is that going to be a miss for them?
See,
I don't
what
think
happened?
so.
What happened last season was Samson got injured and they had to play Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and then after he played that magnificent innings, they couldn't drop him. And then Samson had to accommodate himself at number 3. I think Samson would have told the franchise that I want to open, and the franchise would have said that no, we're backing Suryavanshi, which is what transpired the move. This is just
Conjecture.
Yeah, just conjecture at this point, but I think that's what would have happened. I have a major problem with this Rajasthan team is that who is going to captain? Is it going to be Yashasvi Jaiswal? Is it going to be Riyan Parag? Is it going to be Dhruv Jurel?
Correct. I think it's between these three, and I'm leaning a little bit towards Riyan Parag because he was already given that role last season, and maybe that's what's going to continue. But it's an absolutely valid point you're making over here. I think that lower order firepower is still a little bit of a concern.
3, 4, 5, 6 for me is not looking good for Rajasthan.
Yeah, because it's not fearful. You know, you're not looking at Dhruv Jurel or Sam Curran or at this day and age even Jaddu as someone who's going to take the game away from a team, right? Hetmeyer is that guy. Hetmeyer coming in at 4 or 5 wherever he wants to come is extremely dangerous. But that is still an area of concern for this team.
So in a lot of the franchises that Hetmeyer plays, like he plays at number 3, and maybe they can just experiment with that, because otherwise you're playing either Riyan Parag or Dhruv Jurel, and what Akshat is saying is absolutely right. It's not looking scary. Yes, they've gotten 2 great T20 talents in Jadeja and Curran who can give you batting and 4 overs with the ball consistently. But apart from that, you're clutching at straws that, okay, if the top 2 don't click, then where are you going from there?
And but one thing which I think you're going to see a lot from Rajasthan is the way they're going to be able to control the middle overs of games, because you have Bishnoi and you have Jaddu. Bishnoi is the wicket taker, Jaddu is the guy who will keep the economy down, and you have Sam Curran who's coming and bowling those change-up balls, right?
And Archer with the new ball.
With the new ball. So, and I think Tushar Deshpande, Sandeep Sharma also are very underrated
Sandeep
bowlers.
Sharma for sure, bro.
Very underrated bowlers. So their bowling lineup going into this season is actually looking extremely strong. The issue they had last season was a little bit their bowling, but they used to come into such commanding position in games but were not able to finish them off ever. Both games against RCB, if you remember, was a similar situation where it looked like, okay, they were on top, but they didn't really have anyone coming in to finish the games. They look slightly better this year, but I still think there are holes in the team.
Will still persist, is what you think.
Yeah. But they would be maybe chasing lower totals, seeing how their bowling is. So that might be the offset.
Also, a big change in Rajasthan is that they've moved away from Dravid-Sangakkara combination, just gone ahead with Kumar Sangakkara, who's heading this team. So maybe we see a different brand of cricket being played.
Good point.
So the next team that I think we should touch upon is Mumbai.
Just give it to them, bro.
That squad.
It's by far the strongest team.
It's OP as hell, and like they've managed to retain 20 of their players. They had only 2.75 crores going into this mini auction. They managed to sign De Kock for 1 CR, which is a I think
Nobody wanted him. I don't know what this hype is about De Kock anymore.
but I think getting him for 1
If
CR
you-
still.
If you put De Kock
And
and
Rohit
Rohit Sharma
Sharma,
in Wankhede opening, you're going to get fireworks.
Rohit Sharma and De Kock actually like 3-4 years ago, I think that was the strongest ever T20 team that was ever made.
Yeah, it was
And
like an all-star team.
Yeah, they've gotten it back, but man, there's nothing to say about this Mumbai team apart from just saying that give them the title already. And this is what we said like last season also, and we'll keep saying every year because it's superstars. Like there's nothing you can do.
You know what?
The only thing why Mumbai won't win the title is just because of Mumbai. Like internally, whatever happens in that team, it's not someone beating them; it's them beating themselves.
So, like, what I want to classify this season as for Mumbai is one last dance. Okay, because you have Rohit Sharma towards the twilight of his career, you have Quinton de Kock at the twilight of his career, he might not play. You have Surya Kumar Yadav, who is looking very aged right now. You're looking at
End of his career in a different way, bro.
In a different way. Trent Bolt also is a little bit towards the end of the career. Jasprit Bumrah is having a lot of injury issues. Unfortunately, I do not know. Mitch Santon as well. So, again, if these guys play even to 80% of their abilities,
they're winning a lot of games.
No one can stop them. Absolutely no one
Hardik
can stop
Pandya
them.
can win the IPL alone.
That is what I want to get to. On top of this, you have I said better Pandya for Krunal Pandya because I'm wearing this jersey, but let's be clear about it. I think Hardik Pandya is the world's most valuable T20 player. I mean, hands down. That guy can destroy with the bat and he can take crucial wickets for you as well.
And he's a captain, so you're getting everything there, like whatever you want.
This is the team which has literally no weakness. If there was one weakness which I could point to is that apart from Bumrah, who's your Indian fast bowling option, they got this Ashwani Kumar from somewhere last season bowling brilliantly. I think they either got or already had Deepak Chahar as well.
They bought him in the auction.
It's irritating how good they are, man. They are so strong. But again, it is team which is towards the latter stage of their career. So, I mean, I'm saying one last dance, but
guys, look at that. You've not even spoken about Tilak Verma into this lineup, by the way.
These are names.
Like, he would be the first name that you talk about in any other team here. He's like hidden behind. But they've also got Chopin Rutherford, who had a great IPL last season for Gujarat. He can add with the ball and with the lower middle order with the bat, where they were lacking a little bit. They have Naman Dheer also.
So, you're telling me Mumbai has selection problems?
No, they don't. They don't.
They-
Their selection is set. They're going to play this team of Rohit Sharma, Quinton de Kock, Will Jacks, Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya,
Mitch Santner,
Ashwani Kumar,
Deepak Chahar, Bumrah, and
Trent Bolt.
Wow.
Done.
Wow.
Take it.
So that first, like Surya Kumar Yadav's spot is the one that people can aim for, is what you're trying to tell.
No, the only that's what I'm saying. Like the only thing that can beat this Mumbai team is Mumbai itself. Like
Imploding
internal implosion is the only thing that's going to happen. Where are you going to play Surya Kumar versus where are you going to play Tilak Verma? That batting order shuffling. Rohit Sharma, I don't think is the kind of guy who has.
He doesn't care at this point.
Yeah, he has no drama in him. So like, let's leave that out.
But don't you miss Rohit Sharma on the field? Like, complete.
He doesn't want to be there, bro.
Seeing him in the ODI is like showing Kuldeep Yadav like what you're appealing for. Why should I take the review for you? Like all these kind of fuckery which he does.
He's found the most perfect thing where I am coming and batting and I'm going off, bro.
Every Indian kid's dream, bro. He's living it.
He doesn't even sit in the normal dressing room chair. There's like one throne that's kept for him. He's sitting chilling aram se on that, bro. Like what else do you want? I'm happy for him. Like he deserves that. Come on.
Yeah, he does. I mean, just to end this Mumbai Indian segment is that they are so strong. It will be a crime if they do not finish.
Oh wait, they got Shardul Thakur also, bro.
Stop it, man. Now at this point,
throw him in there if you want, bro.
Okay.
I think he's just there for kicks at this point now. They don't actually need him.
Okay.
He's a Gujarati, no?
No, Maharashtra.
Maharashtra boy. Okay, I thought
He's captain, da.
Okay, moving on to Amma's actual favorite team, which is LSG.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
They had one huge puzzling decision, okay, that they've taken. Nobody's going to understand it. Nobody has, and nobody. I mean, I don't know if anybody's understood it till date now. Spending 8.6 crores on Josh Inglis, who is going to miss a substantial portion, like we've already touched upon in the last episode of us. They've let go of David Miller.
Even if it's for 1 crore, okay, why are you buying Josh Inglis? You have Makram, Pooran, and Marsh, who are top 3 picks already confirmed, and you're going to play a fast bowler. I don't know what they've done with that, honestly. Like that.
No. Who else did they get? They got Hasaranga also.
They let go of Miller and they've signed Hasaranga for 2 crore for a price of 2 crores. And
Hasaranga definitely is going to play. Pooran, Marsh, and Makram are definitely going to play. So why are you spending 8.6 crores on Josh Inglis is like beyond my imagination. Okay. But forget all that. We've addressed this in the last episode. They can make 11 out of fast bowlers alone.
They are going to make 11 out of fast bowlers who are not going to be fit to play even one match. That is what they've done. For me, the funniest thing is that these guys have a big problem with last year, which is that we have great amount of Indian fast bowlers. None of them can stay fit. What have they done? That okay, fine, let's address this in the trade market. Let's get Mohammad Shami. What are you guys doing, bro? What the hell are you guys doing? Like, again, on paper, you can be like, oh, this is a damn good bowling unit, but these guys don't stay fit.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with all this talent?
And I've been saying this again and again, that you cannot win an IPL without a premium fast bowler, foreign premium fast bowler. It just does not happen. You go and look at every team that has won the IPL, they'll always have one guy who's up there, who's taking wickets, okay? And LSG didn't address that at all last season. They've chosen to completely ignore it this season as well. They went 19 crores for Patirana. They didn't get him. Their next backup was Andrit Nokia, who's again so injury prone. Like, he's also not going to play 14 games of the season. So what are you doing over here? Okay, fine. They have, like, we'll have to give them something. Their top order looks extremely potent.
And I mean, Ayush Badoni and all.
That's lower middle order, which is a problem.
Which is like, okay, like.
Ayush Badoni, Abdul Samad, Shahbaz Ahmed does not look like a good lower middle order, bro. Like, come on.
See, this happened last time also. Okay, I was trying to give them some credit and Amar was just not having it.
I'm just saying the top order looks good, that's it.
See, the thing is, he keeps them he puts high expectations on his favorite team. So,
true.
So that's
true.
That's
it's passion which is speaking right now.
I mean, they're going to come and beat RCB for sure this year now. Like, I know it. I've shat on them way too much. Akash Deep is going to come and take 5 wickets randomly against us.
So the next team I think we should touch upon is Gujarat. They sort of had a settled core coming into.
Is there anything to talk about? There's
so
honestly nothing.
But then they got Jason Holder there
instead of Rutherford.
Yeah, it sort of gives them middle order batting depth and some pace.
I'll tell you, okay. So Gujarat, we all know what they were last season. Their top 3 was scoring them all the runs, and their lower middle order was a concern. And we were like, they'll get found out one day. They got found out on an important day. Literally, my notes for Gujarat are Jason Holder instead of Rutherford. Absolutely nothing else. See, like genuinely, like there's nothing. Like, what do you talk about? They've gone for the same formula.
But they did change something last season midway where they started playing Washington Sundar at number 4, which would be a little interesting to watch how he fits into that role. I think he's going to play number 4 for them this season as well. But they are banking heavily on Rahul Tewatia, who's just not ready to play any sort of domestic cricket at all. Like, man is just rocking up for IPL, playing 14 games and leaving. You don't see him for the next whole year. Okay,
that's a good
Rohit Sharma's real dream.
But Rahul Tewatia and Shah Rukh Khan, like, these are the 2 names that they put a lot of money on and they've still kept them. They didn't release either one, and Tewatia has to do something. I mean, to be fair to him, the top 3 was scoring so many runs and playing so many balls that he didn't have to. Now Shubman Gill is getting found out in T20s. Does it continue for Gujarat or not? Bowling is still strong though, like that.
I mean, but you also have to consider that Rabada is of course incredible.
But when you have so many options, you can expect some of them to be fit on that day.
No, but can you count on Prasidh Krishna being that good for 2 seasons in a row? I don't know. I don't think so. On evidence which I've seen from him after that tournament, he's struggled across all formats. So I'm just saying that there has to be someone who picks up that slack.
The pitch suits him. The Gujarat slower pitch suits him, his style of bowling. And
longer boundaries.
Yeah, there's Rashid Khan also, which We've not spoken about.
He had a bad year last year
Yeah, he had
actually.
a bad
So
year,
if he comes back to the form,
I'm not very bullish on Gujarat this time. I think they had an outlier season last time because their top three were just not getting out and doing most of the scoring. It has to get found out at some point or the other.
So we're down to 2 teams left. SRH, I think we should go first.
Bro, like, they want to score 320 now.
Like, they've paid 13 crores for Liam Livingstone. Where are they going to put him?
He's definitely going to play.
he'll play.
He is?
He's their number 5,
But
number
how
6.
many
like-
more explosive batsmen do you need? Like,
That's my question. Like, so they don't have any fast bowling apart from Pat Cummins, and it's like Pat Cummins has to usher all of these young, inexperienced Indian bowlers into doing the job for them. Okay, they have, but like, dude, that batting is.
I
Just
want
too
to talk
good.
about their bowling though, because they.
Who's there?
Adam Zampa is
Which
there.
bowling?
That's what.
There is no bowling. There is
Adam Zampa isn't there. They haven't found a replacement for him.
Harshal Patel, I think, is.
So, okay, you have Pat Cummins, you have Harshal Patel. I am genuinely looking across the list. I cannot find one good bowler, bro. Unadkat is going to get thrashed. They got in Shivam Mavi, who I think they're going to count on to do a job in the new ball in power play, but he's also an injury-prone monster. What are you going to do, man? See, they have tripled down on their approach.
Their mantra, but
Yeah.
like it is something that you could associate with
But wait.
RCB before when
Wait,
you
wait.
had an excellent batting.
Let's,
But did we
lineup.
win?
Let's
No,
go
we
through
didn't.
that team, no?
But having doubled down on that, like of having immense firepower and not having enough adequate bowling depth, like do you think they can at least go to the playoffs in that regard?
Look, their batting looks extremely strong this season, which was their last season as well. It just didn't click. They lost 2-3 games on the trot and then the confidence just went down. But if you look at that on paper, Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Heinrich Klaasen, Nitish Kumar Reddy, right? Like these top 5.
And Livingston now, number 6.
And Livingston 6. You're getting maybe 8 or 9 overs from these top 6 as well. Because Nitish Kumar will give you overs, Abhishek Sharma will give you overs, Travis Head will give you overs, Liam Livingstone will give you overs. Right? And I'm missing one more person, I think, in this. Then there's Klaasen and then there's one more.
Alright.
Ishan Kishan, yeah.
Yeah.
So these 4 are giving you overs. You can get maybe 8-9 overs from them, and then they're relying on Pat Cummins, obviously, Harshal Patel, obviously.
Okay, so I think we've covered 9 out of the 10 teams, and moving on to the last team, which is Punjab Kings. They were last year's runners-up. They had a sort of a strong team, and I don't think they've done much in this auction. No, they've done
Yeah, they've done their regular Australian.
They've
Exchange
gotten
program between
They've
Aussies.
gotten Copper Connolly to replace Maxwell.
Cooper Connolly is a great signing. Mitch Owen is a good signing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he just had a very good innings in the Big Bash.
Big Bash,
yesterday or day before.
But I think
He's thrashed Shaheen Afridi in that innings.
him and I think another signing, Finn Allen. I
No,
think, right?
they got Bendo Ashes.
Ben Doashis.
No, I'm not talking about PBKS, but I'm talking about the Big Bash game. These two openers were 2 new acquisitions for 2 different teams. But
So I think with Punjab, the way their squad was already structured is, in a nutshell, an ideal kind of setup which you want to have, right? Which is strong core Indian batting. Like I said, Prabh Simran, Priyansharya opening is incredible. Number 3 is a spot which they have to address because Josh Inglis played that role for them and they don't have him anymore.
Shreyas Iyer only will play that.
Exactly. I think Shreyas Iyer is going to get promoted to number 3, which allows Mitch Owen to come into the squad a little bit lower down the order as well.
And they have Nehal Vadera who
Nehal
played number
Vadera,
4.
Shashank Singh as well. The true, I think, secret sauce to this team is the 2 all-rounders which they play, which is Marcus Stoinis, who can give you 4 overs and bat, and Marco Jansen, who has become an incredible cricketer.
I think he's like the core of the team at this point. Like,
Yeah.
he's the strongest person. In all 3 formats.
all 3 phases of the game also.
Yeah.
They're really good player.
He's incredible.
And I think with their bowling as well, Arshdeep Chahal, incredible bowling. And then you have 1 extra slot for a foreign pacer. Last season, Javier Bartlett was the one who was playing that role. He had a great season. But now you have different options with Lockie Ferguson coming in and Ben Doashis as well. So, like I said, this is... Huh?
I thought Lockie Ferguson went to a different team. I may be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah,
continue.
but again, like now, this is again good depth, right? You have one role and you have multiple people in that role who you've not spent a lot of money on. So your initial investment is also protected. It's a very well-run setup with Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer forming the core team. And they play an exciting brand of cricket. There's a lot to like about this Punjab team. I mean, For most people, I feel like this is your second team. Like how ages ago Rajasthan would be everyone's second team. I really like watching this Punjab team play, and I hope we thrash them in the finals again.
One issue that is there with this team is that they're really banking on those young Indian talent to again deliver in the batting. We don't know if Prabhsimran, Priyansh Arya, Nehal Vadera, Shashank Singh are going to be those consistent IPL performers. They all collectively had a great season last time, but repeating that again, I think will be a little bit of a task, especially when like a new player enters the IPL, you don't know much about him, right? Like the scouts and the statisticians, they don't see as much. But when you've seen them over a 14-course season, you know that maybe Priyansh Arya is susceptible to the short ball. He likes to play that flick on the leg
Teams
side.
can find him out.
Yeah, teams can find him
The
out.
way we stifled Prabhsimran also with
Against
Kunal
spin,
Pandya.
yeah.
Yep.
So like all of these factors then start coming into play, and then it's the onus of these players to change their game a little bit, try to get better. There's no way of knowing that until the season has started, but it's not a team that is backed by a lot of experience, which I think could be a huge fallout for them.
So I think we've covered all the teams now. We've already addressed who we think is which team we think is the best in the auction this year. So I would like to ask you who the best acquisition was, like an individual.
I don't think you can look past Venkatesh Iyer at 7 crore, man. I really don't, because it's a solid upgrade at number 3, and he's going to have a huge season for RCB.
He stole my pick, dude. Because if Venkatesh Iyer hits the form which he did, and we know he can, and domestically also he's been performing really well, it's a great upgrade to Padikkal, who himself performed pretty well, who transformed his game to become a more attacking batsman at number 3. But Venkatesh Iyer is the guy who really fits into that role. He just is perfect for that role. So I also agree with Amar. Venkatesh Iyer for me, value for money, role in the team, already in a strong setup, has a team which is brimming full of confidence. He could fail 2-3 games also, and it'll be covered up by the lower middle order. So I think it's...
What about you?
I have 2 options, but I don't want to go all RCB. I was going to say Jacob Duffy, but I'll go for Miller also. So because of the value buy.
Yeah.
So I think, that covers all our points that we needed to talk about.
Unless Josh Inglis cancels his wedding, then that could be a good
I mean, maybe that can be the real game changer there. Like trump card.
Like if he's played a game with Ricky Ponting, hands down, dude, that is proper Aussie mentality. I think Ponting will respect it also. Like, go get your payday, bro.
You were telling me this before the podcast that when Crickbuzz were doing their episode on the auction, they were discussing this exact same situation, and one of them, I think Gaurav Kapoor or someone, said that Josh Inglis's wife has no idea that there are so many men in India sitting in front of a camera and talking about her wedding. And I think she's going to be shocked to find out how invested everyone is at this wedding and honeymoon.
I mean, there's 8 point something CR being added to the wedding budget as we speak.
We'll see that John's tweet from John's and Mufaddal Vora, bro. Josh Inglis wedding cancelled, absolute cinema. Like they always tweet that.
Okay, I think that's a good place to end it, right? If we have missed out on anything, please do let us know in our comment section. Do leave your likes, shares and subscribes on all our platforms, and you can catch us on YouTube as well as hopefully our audio platforms also.
Yes.